Hello and welcome back to the official live stream for the 2025 DEKA World Championships here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. My name is Kayla and I will be one of your hosts.
My name is Kara and I will be one of your other hosts.
And we are excited again to have you here. We are now doing the live stream for the elite female teams.
I'm excited. This is going to be crazy. So not only just the solo runs, but you have to take into account your partner, what their levels are, how they can kind of do it, and you're going to really have to strategize.
The teams race are a lot of the individual races were fast. Well, here we go. You're going to see.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up, Buttercup. You're going to see a lot of different strategies taking place here. We'll definitely have to walk through the teams to look out for, especially as we start to finish up some of our male age groups and ruck athletes that are out on the course right now, and they start to get into the starting corral. But for right now, we can kind of talk through some other things. I know that we wanted to talk through some of the prize money that we didn't have a chance to mention this last time around. We'll go ahead and throw a graphic up here in just a moment. So when you compete in elite, this is something that is really cool. You get the opportunity to fight for some money. So you're going to see some of the prizes down there at the bottom. We recognize this year all the way first through fifth place. So that first place
That's pretty rad.
It's pretty rad. They get a big old bill of, or not bill.
They get a big check.
They get
a big bill. We actually want you to pay $3,000 if you come in first. We want a little bit of a detriment so that you have to work harder.
They probably pay just close enough to that to get out here.
I was going to say in coaching,
races,
in nutrition, in training, and gym fees.
So this is a nice little reimbursement. But first place gets to take home $3,000. Second will take home $2,000. Third will take home $1,000. Fourth $500, and then fifth $250. Now, when there's teams, that looks a little bit different. So you'll see that here. First place is $1,000, second is $600, and the third is $400. And the teams get to split that down the middle between the two. And we only go through third, so no, unfortunately, fourth or fifth place recognition there.
Okay. So when you're sitting in third for teams or fifth, respectively, for the elites, you could kind of offset some of that cost too by coming up and volunteering with us. You can come and volunteer at one of the stations and actually get your entry comped.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a really cool way to kind of give back to the sport too, if you're wanting to, and you're not thinking that, it's going to be effective or cost efficient for you to, maybe go for that first, second, or third. If you think there's a little bit more that you can do to kind of offset it, you should do it. And
absolutely.
I think volunteering, come out, hang out with us.
Some of my favorite moments are getting the chance to volunteer. You meet so many of the other athletes, and you see them when you're especially traveling for these different fit events. You see them from event to event, then you're following each other on social media. And again, the community at DEKA is one of the best things about it. So it definitely is a fun time getting to volunteer and know some of the people you race aside.
What I think as an athlete too, I would definitely be volunteering for every zone that I possibly can, because I want to see what the judges and what the rep counters are kind of looking for in their criteria. What counts as a burpee? What counts as a lunge? What counts as a box step over? How do we measure that first couple calories that you're getting out of the ski erg? I want to know everything about it so that I can understand as an athlete how to take full advantage of every single piece of second, every transition, everything.
Yeah. You learn a lot about the sport. You learn some tips and some tricks from other athletes. So it's really a great way to do a lot of things, knock a lot of birds out with one stone.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, we'll review the live coverage schedule just one more time so you guys know when we are coming on live. So we did the elite and individual this morning. This is the elite female teams live coverage. And then later today at 3 p.m., this is Eastern Standard Times, just so that you know what time zone we're in. We'll have the co-ed and then we'll have at 5 p.m. to round off the day the male teams. And it's just going to get faster and faster faster. So, but speaking of which, let's talk some differences about teams division, because this is going to be your first teams division.
This is my first team event. And I did actually talk to a couple teams outside. I went and I just kind of started meeting people, introducing myself, and I really was starting the conversation off with, like, what is your favorite event here? Yeah. Like, I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know why you're here, why you love it so much. And a lot of what I was getting was that people love the team event.
Yeah.
They love it. I actually talked to a really, really lovely mother and daughter team. She's still under 18, so she's in the youth part, and her mom's doing the adult side of it. But it is so cool to kind of see the mother and daughter teams come out.
Yes, I actually started
passion on.
I started competing in DEKA racing with my mom. My mom's actually at her first World Championships this year.
I love her.
I know. There's a couple people on our team that have the mom-daughter duo going on. So it's such a fun way to bring other people into the sport.
It really is.
It's so, I mean, we talked about this with Ryan Kent during his interview earlier. This really can be done by anyone. They have an adaptive division now. I know that you were just talking to an adaptive athlete yourself, but like, it could really be done by anyone. Team brings on that additional comfort level of like, let me not try and take this on by myself. Let me do this and have some fun with another person.
It's a good way to jump in with both feet head first, but you're not really getting the safety net. Or I'm sorry, you are getting the safety net. So you have somebody to kind of lean on. If you are coming into this as your first event and maybe they haven't, they've done a couple more, they've got the experience. They know how to calm their nerves. They know what fuel is going to be most important for them and maybe can help you kind of figure out what works for you because everybody's body is completely different.
Absolutely.
And we all have different strategies when it comes to everything, whether it be training, whether it be fueling, whether it be recovery. I mean, I'm Irish. So if I show up to an event with a full night's sleep and not a little bit of whiskey in my belly left, I'm not going to play very well.
Right.
But if I show up on 2 hours of sleep with a little bit of fire and brimstone in me, like, wow, we're going for it, right?
There you go.
But that's all. It comes down to you as an athlete and understanding your body, understanding your nuances, understanding what kind of plays into the mentality for you.
Yeah.
Do you need a little bit of a stressor to have that edge physically? Do you need to kickstart your adrenaline somehow so that you can kind of get up into that level?
Yeah.
What does it look like for you? I know you do a lot of personal training, so you probably deal with other people's starters, their motivations. How do you kind of work through that?
I mean, being a coach of other people that are trying to figure out their own flow is one whole thing. I think, again, we talked about this earlier, the experience comes into play. I've had a ton of reps now underneath my belt, whether it be at an affiliate gym or at a big event like this, of being underneath pressure. And you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So, again, every race you learn something new. Speaking of learning something new, they're going to make sure that all of these athletes are well equipped with these standards and the rules. You see some of our female teams standing there with Dave as we speak to talk about the ram lunges and looks as such.
It's my new friend. We'll see him tomorrow on the stream, roughly between 11 and 12 tomorrow. We're going to chat with him about what it's like to go on the course as a visually impaired athlete.
Super cool.
So
super cool to see all the different types of people that are attacking this course.
But it really does kind of prove to show what you were saying, that anybody can do this. It's just a matter of, do you have the tenacity? Do you have the grit? Do you have the determination to, one, figure out what works for you, and two, go for it?
Yeah.
Because that's all this is it's a lot of people that just need to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I know you were just asking about like strategy and how do you work through this. You're going to see a lot of different strategies play out today because with each individual person, you have people that are good at certain zones, people that are even better at running than others.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see some people that will be, hey, I'm going to be the runner for this event and you're going to be the stationer. I have seen that. That's a older.
Can you do that?
You can't. So this is the cool thing about the teams is you can split this up however you want.
Ooh,
now, there are a couple of specific rules we should walk through here. Let's look at the run course, for example. So we have a 2-lap course today. If you want to split up the 500-meter run, you can, but you could only do it at the 250-meter mark. So there's going to be different zones all the way throughout the arena where you could actually pass off the baton. You must do it within that specific zone. So either the runner is going to run 1 or it's going to run 2 full laps. Like you can't split at like 300 or 400 meters randomly.
Yeah, that would be weird.
It would be
popping off.
odd.
We wouldn't be able to like keep track of everybody's like certain meters stoppage.
Yeah, keeps it clean. So the race that you're going to see take fold is the same exact thing that you saw this afternoon. The biggest difference is that you have 2 people doing it. Same amount of work when it comes to the amount of running that will be done, in addition to the amount of reps that are done within every single zone.
And we've got Dave over here. He's showing everybody what it actually looks like for the full completed workout, for what a full rep looks like. He doesn't want to see any of that throwing. We've seen quite a few
saw that.
Killer penalties, man. I don't want to see any more of those today. As you know, as a spectator, it kills me to see somebody's hard work go down the drain for just such a nonchalant mistake.
Exactly.
And it's something we don't really think about. In the gym, you kind of just throw your stuff down and you're done with it. You finally finish your set. But like here, we do have to be a little respectful and resourceful and kind of keep our P's and Q's so that the toes stay safe.
The toes, all the different body parts.
Oh, yes.
Especially those rams, they bounce and they will hit you in the face. They've like popped some fingers. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever had their finger jammed by a ram. It is no joke.
I saw I believe he was in one of the youth categories, probably like 16, 17. He was sitting in the burpee zone. They were doing burpees, and I guess his hands kind of started fatiguing on him a little bit, and that ram came right out of his hands at the top of his burpee, my dude. It came right down to the ground. It didn't count as a rep because obviously he didn't complete the workout.
Yeah.
What is the word I'm looking for?
The burpee?
Yeah, he didn't complete the burpee. So, it was kind of cool to see how he came back from that. And, I wasn't on the live at that point, so I'm cheering as a spectator, and I'm like, you're not tired. You're not tired. You're not tired. And homie had like 18 reps left. Like, he was tired, but I think that us cheering for him and letting him know that he wasn't actually tired, it was in his head, helped him get through. And then he, I believe, finished third in his class, so that was impressive.
Amazing. So up here, as we, again, get those women to the starting line, we have your elite women teams breakdown for today. So I will say, just starting from the top, I am very excited to see this team. This is a team that you're going to see multiple times throughout the weekend. They're going to be not only in the DEKA fit today, but they're going to be in the elite female mile tomorrow.
I did actually speak with them a little bit ago. They're very pumped, very excited, very ready.
They have pretty big PRs that they're bringing into this.
I mean, I can see that they're sub 30 coming in for the teams, and we haven't seen that for any women except for. I mean, we've only seen that in the men's.
Exactly.
That's
so
crazy.
It's going to be really cool to see if they can do that here today on the official World Championship course. These folks are coming from all over the world. Courses might be a little bit different here or there, but this is it, right? We get to actually see how everyone from the different countries stacks up and finally see a world champion across the line.
I was talking to one of the UK teams, and they were telling me how over in the UK, they really only have like one DEKA fit a year that they get to go and do. So it's, you put it all on the line there. You go, you qualify. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, see you next year.
So,
exactly. I mean, these countries these teams that we're seeing coming in from these other countries, I want you guys to really understand that, like, they put everything on the line for one event a year in their country, and then they come out here to really pull off the world championships. And that's incredible to watch. Again, I'm a nerd about all of the what goes into things, so I want to know how they got there, how they decided to do this, like what made them choose this modality of physicality.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I think the thing I'm the most excited about with the teams this year is that we have so many different international teams being represented. So, I mean, you just saw there from the lineup that we have from all different type of countries. So Zoe and Nadia is your first. Have Tania coming back with her partner today.
She was number 4.
She was number 4, and she's now number 2 in the seed order for today. So I think it'll be cool to see what her and her partner can do.
I'm so interested to see if that minute plus split time kind of holds true for this championship, or if the adrenaline in the actual thick of it will allow these other teams to either speed up, or maybe even our number 1 seed kind of slows down a little bit.
Well, we saw it with Brooklyn Nichols and Kat, right? There was about a 2-minute difference between where she was and the rest of the field, and Brooklyn came up and showed up out today. So, but we do have a returning team from last year, Raquel and Munsa. They were, I think, battling for 3rd and 4th last year.
I love it.
So it'll be cool to watch them return in that 3rd position. And then in 4th, we have Alyssa Kent and Gianna Mazzina. Nicola Pearson and Claudia Wilson also coming from an international team. I do know Julie Best and Allie Tippett, they actually got their qualifying time out in Colorado, where I'm from. They're both really big in just the Spartan racing world in general, so it would be cool to see them sort of mix the line.
I almost wonder if the qualifier up in Colorado, because of how high in the altitude you are, like if that plays into effect, are we going to see better times today out of them because we are closer to sea level? There's more air. There's more oxygen available.
As an exercise-induced asthma that comes to sea level, I can tell you it is nicer to breathe down here.
Amen.
So we might just pull it out this time around.
I'm not mad at it. I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah. But a lot of other really great teams that we will see hit the floor as well. It looks like we have 9 elite teams that will be in our female division. So we should be soon to getting them called up to the starting line. We're just watching them finish up their final warm-ups. It looks like they're finally through rules. That's Taylor right there. She's one of the gals from the Underdog Fitness team. She's going to be pairing up with Jenna Littman today.
Let's get this party started.
I do believe Underdog is your team, right?
Underdog is my team. Yes, that is the team that I represent. And they are of course wonderful.
Oh yeah, you'll be racing with them tomorrow and Sunday.
Tomorrow and Sunday.
I'm excited to see you race.
Yeah.
I gotta go find me a shirt for tomorrow.
Okay, it looks like we're starting to get them up into the starting corral. Because there's only 9 of them, there's no reason to do multiple heats, so we'll get to see the winner straight from the first heat alone.
I love it. Her
Come on.
teammates ready to go.
Can't do this without you.
No.
Could, but it would be a lot slower. Yeah, it's really fun when you look at these teams. You
I
can
love
sometimes
their outfits
I
too.
know. They're so, I think that no, that's not Raquel and Munza. They wore a really fun outfit last year. So I'm excited to see the different team outfits because you have to.
Yeah.
You have to make it fun.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you sometimes see like you got one athlete that's more of a runner and one that's more of a stationer. In the fit, it definitely does help to have one and one that's good at both.
Well, yeah, because you're not going to gas both of you out. You're going to gas out and then gas out.
Yeah. I think the old strategy of having one person do majority of the stations and the other person doing the running, you'll see it later today potentially with the co-ed just because the men tend to have a stronger output on some of these machines. But
I mean, we've seen it even just in some of the stations, the bikes. I mean, he was able to do that in roughly 45 seconds to get all of those calories down, and that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I don't think you'll see that here in the women's heat, though. I think they'll probably split every other run, split the stations, and close down the middle of the sites that don't really make sense to split.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how the strategy plays in here.
It's fast and it's furious, so you can't blink, folks. You're going to want to make sure you stay glued.
Tune in. You're not going to want to miss this. I see Rob over there starting the announcements. We are really just moments away from kicking off this team's women's elite run.
All right, here we go. And
they're off. Woo! Let's go, folks.
I like how we both look to the actual run course to see what's going on. So because this is a team event and at some point you do get rest, you're going to see the run paces a lot faster than you might see during an individual run.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But right now they're staying bunched up in a group. No clear team that's pulling out just quite yet. Just to leave. All right, they're making their way around from their first lap here.
I see Tania in the back working her way through the pack. It is always interesting to me to see who starts off with the battalion or the baton. Battalion.
Yeah.
I'm so silly. With the baton. Especially when, I'm looking at Tania here. She's kind of closer to the back of the pack holding the baton. Does that give the partner a couple seconds to breathe when she does finally get up to make that
Typically,
switch out?
if you're holding the baton during this first run, it means that the other partner is doing the station.
Okay.
But here's the important thing to know is that you cannot start until you get that tag off from the other teammate and the teammate is in the zone with you.
Okay.
So while it is a part of certain people's strategies for one partner to hang back, you can't start anything.
It's consecutive, not concurrent, the work.
It's only one partner will be working at a time. Yes.
So you can't stack your duties. You can't have somebody running and doing a station at the same time.
Nope.
It's consecutive, not concurrent. Yes. And we're already coming in. She almost missed that. She was going to go back around for another lap.
All right, starting off the lunges here. So far, everything's looking clean from what we can see.
It's looking pretty even too.
Yeah, again, it's going to be tough to see any major separation during these first few zones. But we might see, if that's Zoe and Nadia there, we might see them pull out fairly soon. And there's Luke making sure that people are standing up tall enough. Oh, yeah. Shining the chest forward and extending through the knees. All right. So the partner does not have to set the ram down before they can tag off. They can keep the ram racked, go for the tag, and then go. So there you see one of the partners resting.
Yep.
Most of them are probably...
Nancy's coming to grab somebody. What happened? Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not sure if there was a no rep where they need to come back.
He's calling for somebody. We'll have to ask him
Ooh.
afterwards what that was about.
We still have some ruckers out there on the course. Hopefully they don't get ran over by these fast females.
That is very, very true.
And there's Tanya out there.
She is
cooking. There's
it.
Taylor.
She's got wind under her sails.
Yes.
Which is, again, still very impressive.
Yep.
Coming in after the disgustingly fast race that the females just had coming into this team event with all of this energy, with all of that expendable energy. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Wild.
Well, and Tanya is the only one in this field that was in the elite field that just raced. So we'll see if that being compromised doesn't impact her at all during this race. But
she looks like a workhorse to me. It looks like it's not bothering her one bit.
Okay. Haven't seen any handoffs yet. I'm sure they've happened. We just haven't been in the zone to actually show how the handoffs are happening.
We've got partners staged up in the in the rower area.
Yep.
I don't know why I keep calling it a skeeter. I renamed things, folks. I'm so sorry. We have everybody here in the rower area staged up, ready to go. And I kind of like this because it takes the pressure off of the transitions and it allows them to really get in the zone and just fully commit to the workout. There's the tag.
So there's the tag off.
That was an aggressive tag. I like it.
All right, Taylor and
Save
Jenna
all the
on
seconds.
the way.
I almost wish she had already been like hands in, ready to go, and just waited for the tap on the shoulder instead of looking back. I feel like that takes a few seconds away from them as well.
I agree with you as well. Those are the small transitions, right, that are different between team versus individual.
Yep.
And I think for the most part, I think you might see a team that doesn't split the row, but I think especially for female teams, it makes sense to split the row, whether that be one person does a little bit more or just right down the middle at that 250 mark.
Yeah.
But, I mean, when you look at these team races, the way that we start to strategize them is if you can help it, no more than 30 to 45 seconds per work per partner.
That's
because
fair.
your explosivity only can really last for so long. So if you really want to maximize on the power you have from each partner, doing more than that really takes a toll.
Oh, it really does. It kind of gets into that level of energy where it's not just like a sustained piece of energy. You're really having to like fight for like the long. I mean, that's why I ate potatoes yesterday. You want the long burn carbs, right?
Yep.
If you're getting into this and you're doing a minute and a half, 45 seconds of like hard physical labor, you're going to be petered out. You're going to be tired. You're going to be gassed. So splitting this definitely does seem to make sense.
For sure. Some more women teams getting started up.
So question, do they have to split on the same rowing machine or can they be next to each other?
Yes, they have to be on the same exact erg to accumulate the meters all on one erg. There's a different transition, right, that needs to be fast and furious. And that's why people in the past haven't transitioned on the row erg is because they're like, well, I have to get my feet out and what if I trip? So it's extra time that people are worried about losing. But I really do think from an energy standpoint, you're saving so much more than maybe the few seconds you lose from transitioning.
Can your partner maybe like undo your feet for you?
They sure can.
Okay.
They sure can.
So
you
it's
can get creative.
I like this. I almost want to see what this is all about.
Yeah.
We should go and try a partner switch later on.
Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it with me tomorrow. All right. Looks like we already have some teams out. You can't tell if Yancey's still yelling at me.
Always. Always. He wants you to put in the hard work, do it right.
Yes.
And do it well, which, I mean, I can agree.
Yep. It looks like Zoe and Nadia are still in that commanding first place position there.
Oh, yes.
And then you have your two, maybe there was three I saw there. I couldn't tell if that was another from a previous individual race.
Mm-hmm.
But here they are.
We've got some times coming up already.
Oh, interesting. That's not them.
I'm not mad at that. They're all very, very close together. This is far less of a split between any of the heats that we've seen so far.
For sure.
They're all well within maybe 6 seconds of each other, 8 seconds at the most.
So that maybe wasn't. Did that look like Zoe and Nadia that was in first place? I know you chatted with them earlier.
I believe so.
Okay, because according to our lineup, that might have been Kent and someone else.
Okay.
So we'll try and get some clarification on who is who here in a minute.
Well, we also never know who came into the station a little bit later, too. So maybe these were their row times, but, you know, if they came into the station 30 seconds later than another competitor, they're still going to be sitting a little down the line.
All right. This is smart. Sitting on the box to bring the heart rate down.
Absolutely.
That's at least the nice thing about the fit is your rest times are a little bit longer because the run course is longer. but you also have to do
Yes.
more running work.
Yes.
So it all starts to even out in the end. Okay, so there's our first tag off of our leaders.
And they're already, there it is.
Looking smooth through the box step over so far. Yeah, Taylor and Jenna are not too far behind. I think those tag offs were pretty even.
I do believe so.
Yeah, one thing sometimes you see, ooh, a nice switch up on the box. It's not one you see often, but there are some teams that utilize that maybe based off of their back half strategy.
Yep.
They need to split some more so that someone's leading going into the back half of the race.
I'm not mad at it. It seems to be a strategy that is working for them.
Yes.
And they're already out of there.
Right.
Out of girls, man.
We got
Atta
those
girls.
top two battling it out already.
They are so close together in their times. It is going to be a literal photo finish
Yes.
if they keep it up. And it doesn't look like they're going to slow down anytime, folks.
I really do like these shorts, though. They're pretty fun.
They're
Woo!
so cute.
All right.
We almost had a
had
bit there.
Yep, there was a box mishap. I feel like now that you said it, we might actually see a couple. And you're moving this fast with some of those super shoes on. Yeah, don't put it past him. Okay, so I don't think that that's Zoe and Nadia. That I really don't.
It might be Kent and Messina.
So we'll have to continue to track that as we go. So here's what you're going to see is the baton pass off zone. So there's
Tanya
the cones.
just took it right there.
Yep.
Okay.
There's the cones that you need to stand in between the different zones, and that's the only place that you can pass off the baton.
I dig it. Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yep. All right. Some more pass offs here. We see the girls in the back getting ready for their sit-ups. Again, you get to lay down. First, they got to sit on the box. Then you get to lay down
as long as somebody puts an alarm there for me, because I would be napping with all the energy that you need to expend to get to this point of the race. I would be napping on that mat. So
yeah, those girls are moving, coming around the corner there.
They are, man. They are quick.
See, we should have some people entering
And
into
Tanya
zone
is just
4 soon.
zooming. Every time I see her on camera, she is there and then she's gone. Yep,
Yeah,
see,
there
she
is.
is again, and she's coming back out, running into there.
All right, are they first into the
I
zone?
do believe she is first.
Wow,
Let's
good
go.
for them. Okay, already have some changes in the lead. Okay,
I called it earlier for Tanya. I'm glad that she's pulling it out here because this is super exciting. This is one of
she's
the
warmed up, ready to rumble.
Yeah,
she's like, I've been here. I know what this course feels like.
I think we got an asset or something because she looks like she is fresh, ready to go. Sunday morning kind of energy.
Yep. So no bubbles methods here where you see the women tossing it just as their
I
shoulders
see
lift.
a little bit coming up right there. Not quite. She's waiting until she's at the top of it to get the full extend, but
it's a skill. But so far, everyone's looking clean, tapping behind the head, making sure that they hit that target straight on. Looks like Tanya is already out.
She is.
Wow, she is flying.
I'm giving a round of applause, guys. I'm clapping.
This is cool.
Yeah.
All right, second place is now out, and
that was a good
third.
20-ish seconds in between the two of them, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Third's coming out fourth.
That is one thing you will, if you are competing any sort of teams this weekend, please watch where you're going. Like I know when you get done with the zone, it's easy just to get up and start resting and not really think about where you're walking, but you could get tackled and by someone.
100%. I mean, the speed some of these girls are coming around the corner with, I would be impressed if somebody doesn't get tackled this weekend.
All right, we have some split times rolling through there. Ooh. Tanya, very impressive there. Tanya and her teammate Noelia with a 46 split time.
Absolutely impressive.
But Jenna and Taylor made up a little bit of time there. It looks like in third position.
I mean, they're going so fast. The rabbit on the rollerblades is having trouble keeping up, and that's impressive.
Yep. So I think we have confirmed that the team in the blue is in fact Kent and Messina.
Yes.
So what are their first names? Pull that up.
Alyssa and Gianna.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I don't know which one is Zoe and Nadia. That was our top team, but they're currently sitting in the 5th position, I think is what I saw.
I do.
So they're definitely not out of it by this point. It's way too early on in this race to tell.
We still have like 5 more zones.
We have several. Yeah, we got 6. All right, so there's our girl in the cute shorts. And we got our ruckers finishing up.
Good on them, man. Rucking with that much weight around this course is not easy.
You think you might never do it, and then you try it and you get hooked on it. So this one. All right, our first place team is into the
Oh, she's already
skier.
jumping into it. Dang.
Yeah,
She's got the full
those
jump
first poles,
extend.
they've got a lot of resistance on them, so you have to cut through
Uh-huh.
the resistance fairly quickly. But you'll see the strokes per minute a lot higher here in the teams races, just because they are going to probably switch off at least once or twice.
Well, that and you don't need to conserve your energy. There's 2 of you.
Yep.
You should have done the planning beforehand to be able to conserve your energy as expeditiously as possible. You want to expend as much energy while also conserving enough to get to the finish line, right?
Yes.
But with 2 people, you can spend more.
Yeah. So hard to see any of the split times here, but we'll start to see. Yep, you'll see that handoff there between.
That was a
Noelia.
beautiful handoff. I don't even think I see. I don't think I saw the skier stop moving.
It's pretty effortless. The skier is a lot easier to transition than the rower, just because there's obviously
There's
feet
no
that you have to
feet.
get out of. But I think I just saw Raquel and Munza actually switch off as well. They're looking really strong through this. And I think they started to make their move right around this time last year. So we might see some podium changes already in the 5th zone.
They're working hard.
Let's see. I feel like I can see like some 150s. I
thought I saw 204.
Okay. So my guess here is anywhere between the 150 up to like the 205. I think 205 would be probably on the slower end. You're going to see some of your elite individuals skiing that. But here in the teams, I mean, ideally, if you're able to get below that 2-minute mark between both partners, that's going to keep you competitive going into the back half of the course.
That feels like a pretty obtainable goal, too, for anybody listening back home that's trying to figure out where they need to be on these times to kind of.
Well, and it depends on how many times you're switching off, right?
Yep.
Like you have 500 meters. There have been people that have switched off at the 250. Again, that's a long time to be working. If you want to be explosive, I personally like the 100 splits. I think that that's just the right amount of time to keep that that pace per 500 low. So do we have a team exit yet?
I think I just saw Tanya's team already leave. Yep, Tanya's up there walking. She's probably going to the next station.
Yeah, so they've already started to build a pretty good lead. And there's a couple of other. I think we just saw even a change here. The girls in the black, I saw their teammate go out as well.
Yep.
And Jenna and let's see.
I
wonder.
Out there now.
Here we go. Here's the Nadia and Zoe.
Ooh.
They're starting to climb back.
And this is really where all of that work that you put in beforehand comes to play. Are you able to keep it going at the very last couple stations?
The skier is when it hits the fan.
Are you going to be able to do the burpees at the end? That is fatiguing.
Taylor's looking good, though. Still powerful through her runs.
Oh, absolutely. I guess a lot of the fans back home probably don't understand how taxing some of these workouts are, these zones, when you are, 500, 1,000, 200 or 2,500 meters in, almost 5,000 meters into this run, and you still have to do burpees.
Yes.
That is mind-blowing to me, mind-boggling. I don't know how they have all of that energy left.
They train hard for it.
They do. It's all in the training and the preparation, as we can kind of see, and it really does play a part in the strategy as well. Like, as a teammate, like, what have you prepared for as a teammate? How can I be honest with you so that we can do better as a team? It really does come into the accountability, into the
and there's the tag off right there. We have Tanya and her partner. Let's see, they entered the zone right around, I think 16:20 was the whereabouts. So I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to see when second place comes running through. I'll try and keep an eye on the other cam here. No one so far. So I mean, if they build
that's a 20-second lead. We're coming in right now. So 23-second lead.
So I think this is Zoe and Nadia here. Then there's Kent.
And they're really going to have to pick up some time here.
All right. Yeah, we got a plethora of teams coming through now.
And they're coming back for that. Yep, there it is. And she's squinting.
We want to make sure we're not throwing those weights.
I don't know if that got thrown.
I don't know
either. It looks like it made contact and then dropped.
Yep.
I've been watching, though. Yep. I did talk with Dave on our break. He was saying that he would like to see a little less weight throwing.
Yeah. So that's a note to any of the athletes competing later today to watch out for. Yep. It takes 2 extra seconds, especially because probably most of our teams are transitioning here.
Yep.
Let your teammate tag you and then set them down nicely. Like, there's no reason to really throw it.
especially if your teammate is taking the run after you finish up with this.
So let's take a look at some of these splits. So
Yeah,
Tanya and her
wild.
partner were actually so far the slowest through the station, not by much here, but Zoe and Nadia are starting to bite into that lead just a little bit
I'm
through the
seeing
station.
Pearson and Wilson with the 34 seconds in the fit carry.
Yeah.
Holy bananas, man. That is fast. I think that's one of the faster times we've seen today, male or female.
Yep. But I think that was Noelia that was just running by, and she looked really smooth through her stride. So far, they don't look super impacted.
We've got Yancey running on the course.
I wonder how many steps that man gets in during
We're going to have to put
events.
a Fitbit on him and really find out, or a Garmin if somebody has one that they're not wearing this weekend and you want to help us track how many steps Yancey does throughout the weekend. We would love to put a step counter up for
We'll
you.
make a bet. Okay.
Loser does the world champions laundry.
Ew. That's going to be gross and stinky. No, thank you. Okay. It's hard to tell now just because we have so much separation within the field who is on what lap. But we do have Noelia and Tanya coming into the bike. So I think this is going to be a pretty large separator here.
Oh, yeah. And she is working it, man. She's leaving it all on the table.
Heck yeah.
Leaving it all on the bike, so to speak.
Again, in the women's field, I mean, I think they're probably holding anywhere between that 80 to 90 if they have that raw horsepower in them.
Yeah.
I know after a hot second, depending on how long they're splitting up the bike for, that might drop down from an RPM perspective. But you got to be fast and furious here.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's Raquel and her partner Munsa that are right there next to Tanya.
For those of you that don't know, they aren't going to a specific meter set on these bikes. They're actually going to 25 calories burned. So I'm assuming Tanya and her partner probably switched off around the 12, 13 calories.
That would make the most sense, I think, is right down the middle. But depends
depends
on your strength and weaknesses.
Maybe you're still feeling good and you know that your partner is kind of lacking a little bit and needs a little bit of extra time to recover. Yeah, take it over for them. That's what teams are about, man. It's all about the teamwork to make the dream work.
Absolutely. These women are hammering
They are. This is impressive.
I would love to see what the calorie counts are. We don't have any hands up in the air yet, so we might not be close, but it looks like Tanya started in finishing the bike.
It does.
So just gave her a quick second to get some breaths in. All right, they're out. So we didn't see any hands there.
I was going to say, I wonder why we didn't see any hands. Maybe it was because they can kind of keep watch of it and they can take off.
Yep. I just saw a hand in the air for, I think, Zoe and Nadia, so they should be getting close. Yep. There it is.
3, 2, 1 calorie left. And, ooh, they're off.
So Tanya and her partner just kept a really, really good lead.
That was a crazy lead.
That was impressive.
Just about 20 seconds,
Yeah, so I wonder if Noelia then is going to take on a bulk of the running on this back half and use Tanya more as the station heavy person, since she did just do most of the bike.
You know, I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It's a really hard decision, especially with how much full body it really does take for these bikes to come in and do the burpees afterwards as well.
Yep.
Would just be another full body burner. You've got 20 burpees. And I know 20 burpees doesn't sound like a lot, but after all of these other exercises and runs, it is a lot.
This is interesting. She had probably at least 2 more calories to go. She took her hand off the bike and was getting ready for the tag off already. I would continue to just stride all the way through the 25 calories and let your partner do the tag off, if anything. But
correct.
Again, just things that you learn as you continue to race.
And these are things that we take into the next race too, and that's kind of why this is so important, especially for the younger people coming into the series to kind of watch, see what the older athletes do, see what they're doing with their experience, see how that plays in. You know, maybe you do have a different strategy. Is it going to pull off? Do you see somebody else kind of following something similar? It all pairs.
You just see people bent over, big breaths. This is the point in the race where it starts to hurt. So while we have our leaders right now, again, these last 3 zones, anything could change. If they went out too hot, if they went too hard on the bike, we're going to find out now. But it does look like Noelia is still on the run. So I imagine that Tanya will take a majority of the dead balls here. Whew. Keep it going, ladies.
You know, it's funny, when I used to run and stuff like that way earlier in my life, I was always told after a really big run like that, you never want to bend over. You always want to kind of get up straight. You want your arms up.
Yep.
You want your lungs to open up. You want to be able to get as much oxygen inside of you as possible.
Yeah.
So it actually is kind of a little bewildering to me to see
Yeah.
some of these top elite endurance athletes that are, hunched over, bent
Yeah.
over, not really following the proper post protocol for, some sort of endurance or
Yeah.
aerobic exercise.
I do want to point out what's going on here. We have the top two teams in the zone. I'm not sure how far ahead Tania and her partner are right now, but I feel like they might have came really close into each other, which is crazy because they had that pretty big lead on the
She's
bike.
out. She's already out.
Okay, so we'll see here how many reps they might be ahead. Oh yeah, now we have, I think, majority of the rest of the teams coming in, so it's going to be a close battle just even for those ending spots.
And if they're not in there now, they will be getting in there really, really quickly.
Okay, so it looks like maybe Zoe and Nadia just got in because they're still working. Maybe they're out now. Okay, so our second place team is out. I think that's on the screen. And they're out.
This is going to be a nail biter, folks.
Always is. Always is.
How heavy is that ball? Do we know?
Good question. They are 40 pounds. They
40.
are They are
40.
bigger. 4-0.
Oh, boy.
And they are bigger. So you see, they bounce. There was a change in dead balls as of recently, and they are monstrous. I'm really hoping those are the dead balls they use during the mile and the strong, because they're going to knock some people out as they go over a shoulder.
They definitely are.
But we'll find that out tomorrow.
And that's the same poundage that they're putting in the rucks. 40 pounds?
No. In the rucks, the ladies have the 20s and the men have the 30s.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was 40 pounds. I was trying to make people stronger over here. My bad, folks.
All right, what kind of action do we have? Looks like our last team is out from the dead balls. And soon we'll see them enter into the tank.
Sprinting.
I know. She must just have gotten off the rest.
She did. We're going to be coming up to Station 9 soon, folks. Just walking over there now. We've got the sleds. So on my lunch break, I was over there in the warm-up area, just kind of looking at all the things. And as random as this is, I saw something that may or may not help when you're pushing the sled.
Okay.
So if you notice, it's kind of like a little tuning fork in the shape, right?
Yeah.
So I saw everybody pushing straight in like this. And there was a girl, she was kind of struggling. She was a little bit smaller. And so I was like, hey, I don't know if this helps. You can tell me to, kiss your butt if you want to. I can just keep quiet. But if you put your hands up underneath the little fork right there where it meets that bar and you push up and into it, it might actually give you a little bit more of a oomph as you're kind of leaning into it. And so she tried it. She was like, holy moly, this is so much better. It's more controlled. It's more easy for her to do at a smaller stature.
Wow.
So I don't know if that would maybe help you later on when you're going into these new sleds, but that upward angle seems to kind of help control it and keep a little bit more of the power in the traps and the shoulders and the abs up here in the upper obliques.
Very good to know.
You see how they're kind of struggling? It's pushing, it's hunching forward. So I think if you're able to kind of get a little bit of that lift up and open up yourself and really get into it, you might actually do yourself a big favor.
Yeah, different sort of work for sure, but they do have those examples in the warm-up area for athletes to mess around with. But we do have our top teams in right now. I think Tania and her partner are about a lap ahead.
I do believe so.
Look at the fingers here, but whew, there we go. We're swerving. Yeah, trying to run with them is pretty tough.
He's got his fingers. How many?
Right in front or right behind, okay?
I can't count fingers. Bring them back.
There's a lot of fingers.
There's so many.
I wonder. Let's see, that's Raquel and Monsa.
I see two on his hand. I need you to put your hand up, sir. Is that 4? I believe that's 4.
So they're finishing up, I think, 5 right now. 4 is usually saying they've done 4 completed. So we will see our top team out on the run.
Pushing. And this is where it really, really gets into the nitty gritty. This is the hard part, man. And
this run after is so daunting.
And that's it.
Yep. All right. First place team is out.
Honestly, it looks like they might even go sub 29.
Well, you have to think about it. This 500-meter run probably will take anywhere between 90 seconds to 2 minutes long.
That's
depending on how fast they're running.
I'm already seeing them over here at our top corner, so they've already got just about a third of the course in.
Yep.
Got about 5 more of those thirds to do.
Yep. They are looking to run strong, and I don't think anyone else is out there on the course, so they'll probably be a full lap, which would basically start to solidify them.
Yeah, they just ran.
No, you got to go together.
They are so,
you have to go together, and that's going to cost them a little bit of time. I don't know. That's a rule you have to remember. I'm sure she's like, dang it, my legs are on fire.
This is where the grit kind of comes into play. You really have to be able to.
Or race brain, for that matter.
You have to turn it on, and you just have to embrace the suck. Yep. You know, it's not going to be fun for a couple seconds while you're getting through that burn, but once you get into the runner's high, it will be good. Yep. And if you're sitting up there on the podium, it'll be even sweeter.
Yep.
You can kind of see a little bit of a group getting together over here. Tania's just a little bit behind her partner.
No, actually, Tania is ahead of her partner.
I thought I saw her.
She's right there.
Oh, that is true. I wonder
so that's a different team over here.
I'm colorblind. I'm getting mistakes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We're watching multiple things here.
Looking around, folks, there is so much going on. We are actually stationed in the middle of the arena, so we are able to kind of see everything as it goes on. It's very exciting.
Right. We have some change-ups in the tank push-pull.
Beavis and Littman only a second behind Perez and Thies. That was crazy. Yeah. That is some impressive work to be done, especially at station number 8 or 9.
I'm pretty sure, though, that Zoe and Nadia are still holding that second place position. So we'll see who actually enters in the zone shortly. But right now, it definitely looks like, because no one has joined them in the zone, that this is going to be your world champ team for the elite females.
And you can see how much energy they've put into this. They are both pretty gassed at this point. They're looking a little tired.
They're looking strong for how hard they've run, though, and they're keeping a really good pace through these burpees.
And it looks like their teamwork is very, very well communicated. They know what each other needs. They know where each other are kind of starting to fail a little bit, and stepping in and saying like, "Hey, but I got this for you." It's so important as a teammate.
I think they might. It
was great.
Wow, they about finished the burpees. I think
we're gonna watch them come in.
Oh, they might be going every 5.
I do think that's what I see.
And there they are.
And there are our world champions for the team, for the women.
Amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
And a big pickup celebration.
Love this. She still has that energy. Come on, I love this.
When you work that hard and you celebrate, I mean, I don't know if Tania coaches her, but you can tell they're truly very close.
Yes. You can tell the communication is there. They understand each other. They understand the nuances that it takes to really push each other. And to win at this kind of a level. The world championship team.
We've got a battle here, though. I don't know.
They're going quick.
I mean, that's Zoe and Nadia. Raquel and Munster. I have no idea who's going to cross first.
I don't know. They're getting some crazy rep times in, though.
We might have another sliding finish. Let's see here. Yep, keep those elbows extended, sister.
Get it. We don't want to see any late stage penalties. We got teammates cheering each other on. This is insane. Run, go. Holy a finish. Oh my goodness. It does not get any closer than that.
Wow. You knew it was close, too.
I'm so glad we have timing chips, because this would be a photo finish.
Footage.
Oh my goodness.
And video footage.
Wild.
So there's your podium, at least officially or unofficially right now. We'll have to make sure there's no penalties from throwing or dropping weights.
I don't think I saw any.
But yeah, let's watch that replay. So there's Zoe and Nadia crossing the line, and just a second after, which I know this is really exciting for Raquel and Munster. I can't remember if they missed the podium last year or not, but either way, I'm sure they're excited.
It looks like they got the podium this year.
So exciting. Taylor and Jenna finishing up their reps there.
I like that strategy. She was already down on the ground. She said, I'll lay right there and I'll get back up from here. Save a little bit of that.
Yes, absolutely. Burpee's still looking strong. Just need to finish it on up. Oh,
that's
goodness.
A throw.
Yep, you don't want to see that.
Nope.
All right, our last team is now finishing up their final reps here.
That was crazy.
That was absolutely
I'm going to give them a clappy clap as they come into this. That was
And I mean, look, they're
Impressive.
still standing, they're
I know.
flexing, they're jumping. I mean, it's like they didn't just finish becoming world champs.
Amazing.
Absolutely
This
nuts.
is absolutely amazing.
How fun. Oh, such a good race.
Mm-mm-mm.
And I know Tania, I think, is competing in 2 races every single day. So you'll see her do the elite mile tomorrow.
Yep.
Actually, she might even be competing in 3 most days, honestly. So she's doing a lot of work this weekend. It's so cool. Come on over, sisters.
We are about to bring your world champions
It's
in.
in.
Here, I'm going to let
Come
you
on
do
over.
this.
One of the amazing DEKA queens.
I know. Are you going to come and sit with us?
Run. Yeah, come chat with us.
Okay, I think we're going to shift this way, right?
Yeah. And I'm going to, I can live translate. Yeah.
We're going to put you guys over here.
Here, all right. I'm going to,
You're going to come over here. Yep. Nope.
you stay on this.
It's okay. Yes. Well, you literally just got off the run course. How are you feeling?
Yes, you see. I'm just sweating. I'm very happy.
I know. Traveling all the freaking way.
What?
The second time.
The second time we race.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Amazing.
So she speaks better Spanish than me. Oh, good.
Yeah. That was so awesome. So,
Yeah.
ladies, let's just talk about your strategy really quick through the race there. Because, Tania, I know you had just gotten done racing the elite female this morning.
Yeah.
Did you feel like the effects of that race at all? And did you think that would come into this race with Noelia? Is that how you say your name?
Noelia.
Noelia. Okay,
Yeah. Well, I gave it all on my first race.
Yeah.
So because it's single race, right? And it's like the big one.
Yeah.
But I did the same thing last year. I did both races and I felt very done last year. But we did amazing last year. We had second place with Stephanie.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Like
Yeah.
she couldn't be here. And so I knew roundabout how I would feel.
Yeah.
But I had a total different strategy with her because I raced with her last year. I came with Stephanie. I have never raced with her.
Yeah.
So and we got second. We did
Amazing.
really well. And so I knew what her strength is. And she also podiumed in age group this morning. So she raced as well.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Second place.
Amazing.
So I know she has fast legs. She's like I watch her since 1.5 years, and I always tell her she's elite, and she's
Yeah.
always like, "No, I'm not," but she is. So we raced the second time today. We had a total, actually different strategy than we had in Spain because there's 3 laps, so it's really a different race. So she raced the first time in a 2-lap course today. First time World Championships, and we got World Champions.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
As you should be. So, what was the difference in strategy between what you ran out in Spain versus what you ran today?
The strategy, 3 laps.
yeah. Oh,
yeah.
just that particularly.
Yeah, but it is like you can change every lap. So
Yeah.
you sprint way harder on that one lap because it's 160 meter.
Yeah.
And so it's just a different thing to think about. And I know she's better in the run. I'm better in the ergs. So
Yeah.
we split it that way. So I did more ergs. She
Makes
did
sense.
a little bit more run. She did the run after
Whole bike.
after the bike because I did like main part of the bike. And I knew if I want to push really hard,
Yeah.
my legs are done.
Yeah.
And so she didn't want to take the 2 laps after it, but it worked very well. So we did very well.
Yeah.
So it was
Adrenaline.
great. We just improved the lead there, I think, on the bike because I pushed so hard.
Yes.
What was going through your head after the tank when you were on the run and you guys knew that you were ahead by a good bit? Like, what was going through your head at that point?
I thought we have it now. If nobody's falling now or something crazy
go.
happening, I knew we had it. Like pretty much after station 8, I thought, oh, I think we have a pretty good lead. And then after the tank, we were 1 lap, nearly 1 lap ahead, and I thought, now actually nothing can happen anymore, so
No,
we must
this is
have
it.
it. And this is it. But after the line, I was like, we're first, we're really first.
Yeah.
We made it.
So freaking cool. And
You run spectacular the last lap.
I know we were like, holy cow, root for your
But
partner.
I knew she would. I knew she would catch me up because I know she takes a little bit. And after, usually in Spain, I did the last tank.
Yeah.
But today we said like I do the first 2 in a row, so my legs were burning then.
Yeah.
And that was the best strategy because I know she can catch me at the run.
Yes.
I knew even
Today
she
not.
was.
Today not.
No, you did. She was the first lap a bit behind, but I had it in mind. I was always looking that it's not too far because, of course, we need to be together. So, but yeah, she did amazing. She pushed everything out, and she is elite, and she's world champion.
Yes, she is. So I have to learn more about the relationship because the chemistry between teams is so important, right? If it's not there, if you're not able to communicate and really help your partner out, it doesn't matter how strong you each individual are. The chemistry has to be there. So how do you ladies actually know each other, and when did this all start?
Actually, we don't know each other very well. She's living in Ibiza, so
Yes.
so it's not even really that I could travel to her and train. We have never trained together, nothing. So we just did that one race that was in Zaragoza. In Valencia, sorry, and it was outdoor. It was very, very hot, 38 degrees.
Yes.
So, and we still did like the second best time of the year or something there. And so since and she was used to do teams, she did more teams actually than me, and she is amazing in the transitions.
You like the teams?
Yes. Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yeah.
That is so
we're
fun.
racing tomorrow again.
Okay, so you guys are doing the mile female team, so we'll get to see this awesome pair off. Are you guys doing any more races with co-ed later today, or are we done for today?
For today, no. For today.
Okay, today we're good. I know you're doing a lot this weekend, right? What are all the ones that you're doing?
Yes, but 2 fit races. My legs will be shredded. In 1 hour, I will feel it. So I have to do really good recovery right now.
Yep.
And I hope I will be somehow in one piece again for the single race tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes. That will be very hard. But I'm looking forward to race the teams again.
Yeah.
After this now. Yeah.
Oh, this is so exciting. I know I follow your journey. I don't know much about you just quite yet, but I can tell you are clearly
I understand
a rising
that
star.
to speak.
No, that's so amazing. Well, we're so excited that you guys could be out here for the World Championships again. I'm excited to watch you guys both race again tomorrow. We'll be commentating for
I'm
you both.
excited to watch you racing because I know you amazing, and you did also so much improvement this year. So I follow you guys, and also again shout out to Brooklyn. She did amazing today.
So good.
She had such the last 12 months. It is amazing to follow her. She's also very young, but still you have to do the work no matter what age, right?
Exactly.
And she improved so much. I saw her high rocks lately, and it was just just
absolutely amazing.
Crazy.
Well, you guys are on the same trend, so we're just going to follow her lead, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Well, congrats on your World Championship title, ladies.
Thank
I can't
you
wait
so
to celebrate you later on the podium, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Of
so
course.
much.
We'll take these. Thank you. Alrighty, folks, you heard it first from your new elite female DEKA Fit World Champions. So fun to watch them again. People coming from all over the world watching them step up to the plate and actually throwing down, showing that their times are legitimate. So it's super cool. We're wiping down all of the microphones because they just got done being sweaty out there on the course, as they should, because they worked really hard.
Sorry, was that making a lot of noise? Apologies.
Oh, it's fine. It's totally fine. Do you have any more exciting people that want to come talk to us?
Who was in second and third? That was.
I think Zoe and Nadia were in second. They were the girls in the black uniform.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw them or where they're at now.
We'll see who we can get on there.
It wasn't third. What was third?
Third place was Raquel and Munstead. They had the DEKA attire on. So these girls actually right here in the DEKA shorts. That her and wherever her partner's at. Yeah.
What was her name?
I think Raquel and Munstead. So we'll get some more folks on the live stream so we could hear behind the scenes some more of our Spain teams representing. Okay, they're going to go grab their partners. Very cool. Well, that was an exciting.
I think they might come join us. For now, I will go through some
of the replays from the race.
Well, let's go ahead and pull up you guys can chat, and I'll pull up I don't know what to do with these chairs. It seems like the athletes are going to naturally gravitate this way, so we might as well just go with that.
That's fine.
That's fair.
And we're already set up over here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
We're comfy.
Let's see if I got my my times ready to go here.
What was that?
Got to get caffeine in me. Thank you. You
We're
guys
here
don't
all
want
day.
uncaffeinated Kara. That would be wild and feral.
I don't do caffeine all that much. I know people on the live stream. I do not caffeinate. I enjoy like the vanilla latte every so often when it's cold outside.
Coffee has the same effect that running has on people for me.
Okay, makes sense.
So I'm a Red Bull girl.
You got it.
We had 7 teams, right? Am I wrong about that?
Yes.
I thought we had 9.
I thought so too, but I'm not seeing
2
that
timing
many.
chips weren't showing.
I'm only seeing this.
Who are we missing? Let's see.
I mean, does this top 3 look right?
Little and Rimmer.
Yes, that
We're
looks.
missing Molly and
I don't even know if they showed up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. I'm seeing. I have 10 teams
and I don't see
listed.
Tippies either.
Well, they never lined up.
Yeah.
They never lined up.
We're only getting 6 in the official results here.
So we'll take a look
Okay.
into that. Oh, it looks like, yeah, Molly and Kelly didn't line up today. I know
And-
Kelly Sullivan did the ruck
And I'm
earlier this
looking
morning.
at Molly and Luis.
Okay.
as
Yes.
well.
So, I mean, here it is. I mean, it is 6th season. People are getting injured. The amount of people that have had to pull out. We've already talked about it today on the live stream.
Oh yeah.
That just couldn't make it or couldn't pull it together.
Well, even just the amount of dehydration that flying in takes on you, if you don't really
Yeah.
pull that into account when you have
Yeah.
multiple events, you might have to pull out of one of your least
Later
strong
events.
events.
Yeah.
That way you can
Save up.
give it all for your stronger events.
I've already seen some nightmares happen at the finish line. People are passing out and vomiting. I mean, folks, it doesn't matter if you're flying from halfway across the world or just down the street.
We need
Seriously,
to hydrate.
you need to hydrate, especially because it is humid here.
Get some gummies in you, like we were talking about
Yeah.
with one of the athletes earlier. Some pre-gummies, some post-gummies. Get the salts in,
All
waters.
of the things.
Oh, yeah. And stretch. Get those stretches in.
Make
Please.
sure you stretch.
Please make sure you stretch and tip your bartenders and your Uber drivers because they are the ones getting you here today.
Mhm. Absolutely. Well, we'll still wait and see if we are missing any final results here. We're also working on some replays to show and walk through with you guys. But my God, what an exciting 2nd and 3rd place finish there.
It really was, especially for this kind of late in the afternoon. You'd think that people's energy would start to peter out a little bit, but it seems like they are still full throttle to the wall here.
Well-
We've got some people sprinting over there. Dang.
I know. Well, you're going to have your elite male teams coming up here later this afternoon. We also have the
yes.
co-ed teams coming up next. We'll jump on a different live stream for that.
Yes.
But yeah, it sounds like actually both girls, you weren't here for the interview. Both of them were compromised.
Oh.
So Noelia was compromised from an earlier age group race. She took 2nd in her race. So I think I can't speak for everyone, but I want to say out of all the girls, those were the only 2 girls that had raced prior. So, I mean, it also goes to show having a really good warm up before this.
I mean,
really
that
does
might
make
have
a
been a really
difference.
good warm up for them as both of them racing,
Yeah.
already kind of getting their mind in. Their
Their heart rates
their
have already been in
muscles.
that zone 4,
Yep.
zone 5 space to where it's not like a complete shock to the system.
For the newbies out there in YouTube land, tell us what zone 4, zone 5 are for the heart rate.
So, I mean, it depends on
what does the RPM look like, roughly?
for everyone, it's different.
Is it?
Everyone has an individualized
There's
zone.
not like a 107 to 124
Based
is
off
like
of age
zone
and fitness
4-ish.
level. Those
Okay.
are the 2 things that will help determine that. But
We're learning everything together today,
Yeah.
folks.
So, but typically this race, and you heard it a little bit from Ryan Kent earlier,
Yep.
you're in zone 4 and you really touch on that zone 5 by the end. And at that point, it comes on who can really hold on the longest. And if you don't train in that zone very often, well, you're going to find that the back half of the course is really hard to hold on to.
So for those that are kind of getting into their athletics, what does zone 4 for the athlete look like?
As far
You know,
as like,
we don't have to go into numbers because obviously
Right.
that's going to be individual. So is that like when you're heavy perspirating, when you're out of breath? Like what does that kind of look like physiologically so
Zone-
that we can kind of see?
yeah, I mean, I think zone 4 is definitely more of like your threshold, and that is like your sub-maximal effort. So
Okay.
you're right there, you're riding, they call it like the red line.
But you're still not quite putting it,
You're not
it's not the
maximal effort.
not life or death chase. You're not putting everything that you have.
Zone
just
5
under.
is more of like you're at your tip end of
Okay.
the spectrum, and you typically can't hold that more for than a couple of minutes. I mean, we've seen some people's heart rate
I
monitors
mean-
say differently, which is neither here or there. But I mean, it's a zone you don't want to spend a ton of time in.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
So during your training, you are spending a lot of time in zone 4 to work with that. But ooh, here we go. We got some
recaps.
replays. Oh, we did. Where'd they go? All right. Oh, look at that rucker. Oh, I think he has a stuffed animal in his bag. That was fun.
I love that she almost completed another lap with him. She was like, do. Oh, snap. I got to do the zone.
So this was fun. We saw some early race leaders, and they completely changed
Oh, it definitely did.
by the halfway point.
Yancey was telling her where to go for the.
Okay.
That's what was happening there.
Okay, good.
Telling
That
her where to
makes
go for the
sense.
transition.
Okay, that makes sense.
So hopefully, yeah, we didn't see any penalties.
We were hoping that wasn't a penalty when we were looking at it. It looked a little iffy from our view, so thank you for clarifying that. That does actually make us feel a little bit better because they put in some serious work, and for a tiny little penalty to kind of possibly take that over and outshine.
What
I
happened
would've
there?
said-
She like handed the baton, but then backed away and then went back.
I know. And so those are the seconds I think that ultimately added up that
Yeah.
allowed for Tanya and Noelia to really pull away.
And this was a very clean transition. She almost
Yeah.
looked like she had been practicing that on the track with a running coach, like
Which
really
is what you
practicing
do
off
when
that,
you're practicing
that
for
handoff.
this stuff.
You
Again,
got a little bubbles motion right there. She tagged her. I love that. Did you see that? It was mid ball in the air. She said, "My workout is complete. Tag you go. I'll catch this and continue."
Yep.
And that's, I mean, those are the seconds that really, really play into account.
Yep.
They really, really count.
And this is where I think they really start to pull away from the pack and assert their dominance in the race.
We did see quite a few handoffs for them. So I don't know if that was more strategy or like, hey, I'm starting to gas. Take it for a second.
I think that was strategy. I mean, they just talked about it in their interview of how it was different than what they had ran originally in Spain. So, and their courses out in Spain are 3-lap courses instead of 2.
Oh.
So that completely changes the
That
game
does
for
change
some of
the
these
game.
Spain teams. Is
Yeah.
your whole strategy switches from there,
It really does.
from who runs to who does the zones. And this was Tanya. She mentioned in the interview that she's definitely better at the machines than her partner is, and you could see that here with how much of the bike she took on. But it paid off for them.
I almost wonder if having longer, stronger limbs kind of really plays into that because you're able to get a full throw of both the legs and the arms at the same time, and you're really able to utilize every ounce of you.
So see, there was another transition right there where that we saw and commentated on. That again, it just ultimately, it seems like they were a little stressed.
They're almost skipping through the finish line
I
at this
know.
point. I love that. You could tell the energy was so high. The emotions were there.
Yep.
Everything that they had kind of put on the line, everything they had worked for all year long as partners, it culminated right here as world friggin' champions.
That is so fun.
It is beautiful.
Oh, and
I
there's
love
that
it.
second and third
I
place
love it.
finish.
Love it.
So awesome. The ladies
really
absolutely
is.
crushed it today. And that is that for our
I'm
lead
so
female.
stoked. It is. We're going to be joining you guys again soon in just a few minutes. Go ahead, jump on over to the other live stream. We will be jumping on there very quick. We're going to take a quick break. After this, it's going to be the men's team elite.
It's going to be co-ed.
Co-ed.
It's going to be co-ed. And we'll talk about those face-offs. This is going to be a pretty good race we got coming up.
Ooh-wee. So stay tuned. If you're not tuned in now, find your friend, tune in, bring your popcorn, get your drinks ready. It is going to be a whirlwind of a finisher for this afternoon. Catch you guys in a couple minutes.
See you then.
My name's Kara. This is Kayla.
Bye.
Bye.